Hey guys, and welcome back to another quick overview video. For those of you that have seen the patch today, you will see the Grineer Nightwatch are back again causing problems in the universe in this latest hack alert, the Long Shadow. For those of you that are not aware who they are, the Nightwatch Grineer are the SAS of their faction, a special ops group with the weaponry that's not standard with the rest of the Grineer, using weapons like Tonkors, Grinlocks, Marelocks. They are called in when the Grineer have a major problem they need to deal with. First time we came across them was the Project Undermine hack alert way back now, but they've set up base on Ceres and have slaughtered the population, although a single survivor has warned us they are active on that planet now. So how do we go about removing the Nightwatch from Ceres? Well, we've got a series of 4 missions we have to go through. First mission, that's an interception on the Berahenia tileset. It's not particularly difficult since they're fairly low level, but naturally make sure you keep an eye on those capture points, don't let them cap them. For completing this, you'll receive 800 endo, which is not too shabby. Second mission is where it starts getting a bit more difficult and some environmental hazards come into play. This time it's a defense mission on the Draco tileset. Doesn't sound too bad at all, however during the mission there's going to be an almost constant lightning strikes on members of your squad, which if you're standing still and get hit directly, do a really big amount of damage and can kill lighter frames very easily. But these don't provide too much of a problem provided you're moving around a bit, plus the larger your squad is, the smaller your chance of getting hit at all. So in this case, larger squads do negate the environmental hazard quite a lot. Here though, you do start dealing with the Nightwatch Reavers. If you see these guys, they are your high priority target. They come in with Tonkors and will one-shot any frame that isn't very durable. Especially since, like the Tonkor, they have an AoE to their explosions. And like the Tonkor, it seems to be a million miles wide. These guys, they were one-shotting my nicks every single time they got an explosion off. So make sure to kill them as soon as you see them. Makes life so much easier. And for completing this second one, you'll get an XLS adapter. Third mission is a fire hazard survival. Once again, getting a little bit more difficult. Knockdown levels are increasing with the number of units spawned. Plus you're going to see a lot more of the Reavers, so the chance of being exploded by the Tonkor grenades goes up massively. One thing to note is that you will also have the heat damage proc, and that does a pretty big amount of damage, so make sure to avoid the rooms that have got that orange tint on them. They're all smoky. Just go into another room. You're going to burst into flames pretty often while you're in that one, so just, like I say, go into a room that doesn't have that, and you will actually negate most of that particular environmental hazard. It's not too difficult once you work out how to avoid that fire proc, and if you deal with those Tonkor guys as soon as possible, then you're going to negate a lot of that damage too. I would still recommend taking a tanky frame into the mission like Chroma or something, otherwise be prepared to revive teammates or use your own revives when you explode instantly from the Tonkor. For completing this one though, you get a reactor and a catalyst blueprint, and then you unlock the fourth part. The fourth part, once again, is an environmental hazard survival, this time with ice. A lot of ice. Pretty much the entire floor is covered in it. This mission can be insanely frustrating unless you take certain precautions. This one actually made me bring out Rapid Resilience, which is the first time I've used that in forever. In fact, I can't remember the last time I used that. But it brought that the cold proc down from a constant, pretty much frustrating 1 second to basically a split second, and made things way more bearable. Other than that, it's pretty much the same as any other survival. Except this time, unlike the other survival, the timer goes up this time. At 20 minutes you can extract or you can keep going. Not 100% sure how the rewards are working yet, whether it's every 20 minutes or so, but like previous hack alerts, it does seem to be a hidden loot table as well, with things like endo, transmutation cores, and I've even seen people saying the Rift Sigil is also back, so there is some point to replaying this mission. I extracted at 20 minutes the first chance I could, and got a bunch of endo for it. I know you can definitely get a reward extracting as soon as you can, but going further than that, I am not sure exactly how it works. For completing the fourth part though, you will actually get the sigil, the addition to your Stratos sigil. But this is basically an overview of the entire hack alert. It was fairly fun, to be honest. Once I put Rapid Resilience on, it was way less frustrating, especially on that fourth one. Just watch out for those Reavers. Those things will ruin your day unless you're on something with a defensive skill up all the time, or have high toughness to begin with. Other than that, it's not actually that difficult. I had it complete in probably about an hour. You can scan the Nightwatch enemies as well, however they don't appear in the codex. So there doesn't seem a huge amount of point of doing that right now. But this is an example of how to do difficulty right. They don't take too long to kill, but they do a pretty hefty amount of damage. This was challenging without being ridiculous, well, apart from the Tonkors. Take those out of the equation though, it was actually really well done. And hopefully it's a sign of how things are going to move forward in terms of the way that Warframe's going to go with difficulty. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Tech Alert though. I will have a preview video for a new MMO coming to my channel either later this evening or tomorrow, as well as hopefully Armory is going to be coming back again this week. As always though, comments and questions in the comments below, and I shall see you in the next video.